Hello everyone, I'm back again with my lecture series of e-commerce. This is our 17th lecture of e-com. Let me give a brief introduction about myself before beginning with the class. My name is Rashmi Mangla. I'm working as an assistant professor with the BBA department of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. The topics that we'll be covering today are, we were doing Unit 3. So topics of Unit 3 that were left are e-commerce in service industry, variety of e-services, then e-commerce in travel and tourism or service industry, and benefits of e-commerce to travel industry. So let's get started. Now when we talk about e-commerce for service industry, the major topic that we study is e-services. The service sector in India, it is not only the dominant sector in India's GDP, but has also attracted many foreign investment flows and contributed significantly to exports as well as provided large scale employment also. Now the delivery of services via the internet, that is what we call e-service. The delivery of services via the internet to consumers or other businesses can be referred to by the generic name of or generic term of e-services. So when we deliver services with the help of internet, we refer it to as e-services. And there is a wide range of e-services that currently are being offered through the internet, which include banking, loans, then we have stock trading, jobs and career sites, travel, education, insurance, real estate, online publishing, and online delivery of media content like videos, computer games, etc. So these are some of the e-services that are offered. Now these are variety of e-services. Now we have to bring them in certain order. We discuss various varieties, that is we make certain groups for these e-services. So let's see the variety of e-services. The first one is web enabling services. Now the primary purpose of here is that these services help to save time and effort for the user. They save our time and effort, bring convenience, and improve the quality of life. And in many cases it even reduces the cost for the consumer also. Now some of the e-services that fall into this category are e-banking or e-stock trading or e-education. So these are some of the services that are falling within the category of web enabling services. Then we move on to the second one, matchmaking services. Now these services take a need from an individual. Now here we take a need from an individual or from a business customer and provide them mechanisms for matching that need. So we provide them techniques for matching those needs. And the advantage of this kind of matchmaking through the internet is that ability to search electronically over a wide area. We can search over a wide area to satisfy the customer need and to more precisely meet the customer need. We can satisfy the need and we can meet their needs very precisely, which can be facilitated by both computerization and communication over the internet. Now some of the e-services that fall into this category include jobs and employment sites, travel, insurance, loans including mortgage loans, real estate sales and brokers. Then we move on to the next one, information selling on the web. Now this group essentially sells information content of one sort or another. They sell content information and include e-commerce sites that provide online publishing like web-based newspapers. It can be consultancy advice, or it can be specialized financial or other information. So basically the content information is sold on the web, information selling on the web. Then the next variety of e-services, entertainment service. Now these entertainment services, these provide internet-based access to videos. We have an access to videos or movies or electronic games or theme sites on the basis of what? On the basis of internet. As we can see, nowadays sitting at home you can download games from Play Store. So is it possible without the internet? No. So we require internet to have an access to such kind of games or such kind of funny videos or to download movies. And this entertainment sector, it is expected to grow rapidly in the next few years. As we can see, nowadays it's growing a lot. There are so many sites that are being run via the internet, like social apps also, entertainment apps also, like we have TikTok, we have YouTube. So there are many apps which are running because of this internet services. Then last one is specialized services like auctions. We can conduct e-auctions also via the use of internet. So these are some of the variety of services. Now some of the top common e-commerce services that we can find in today's world are, some examples have been given to us. Amazon Home and Business Services. Then we have Uber. Uber is very common in India also. It is the largest ride sharing and transportation service. Then we have Cleanly. Cleanly is one of the popular home cleaning services that you can book and pay for online. And not only these, we have many other services that are being offered to us. So that was all about e-services. Now we'll come to travel and tourism sector or travel and tourism industry. See, the Indian tourism and hospitality industry, it has emerged as one of the key drivers of growth among the services sector in India. It has been one of the most important sector which has helped in the development of the country to a huge extent, which generates a lot of revenue for the country. So travel industry, it's expanding rapidly, and computerized airline reservation system is the largest non-military information system. Like, a planned trip, it saves considerable amount on internet and is ideal place to plan, explore and arrange any trip. And not only this, on internet, free information is accessible anytime and at any place. So we can check for any of the places that we want to visit on the internet. Now, some of the services that they provide are like, we can get travel magazines, we can get travel news, we can get direct services from airlines and hotels, we can get fare comparisons, or we can get better deals. So we can search all these things from the internet. Now, it has this e-commerce, it is giving a huge, it is very advantageous for the travel industry also and for the consumers also. So let's see some of the advantages that e-commerce gives to the travel and tourism industry. Now, benefits of e-commerce for travel and tourism industry. First one is online booking. See, with online booking, customers now, they don't have to go to the offices of the travel agents, and they don't need to travel. The whole booking system is online, and there is a feasible payment system also. So they can do the booking sitting at their own leisure time, sitting in their own place. They don't need to waste any extra time in visiting the agents, places and making the bookings. Secondly, managing recessions. See, e-commerce industry, it has amazingly affected recessions. If we basically talk about, recession is likely to exist for almost like 6 months. It's kind of a period of loss for at least 6 months. But e-commerce technology has introduced a quick recovery of recession through its ideal solutions to the problems that arise. So it is able to manage recessions also. Third one, automation and networking. Now, GPS, it is one of the greatest technologies that helps one in the industry of travel and tourism. If we look up to any of the transportation services, e-commerce is the one thing that is helping you to connect and offer best services to the consumers. Then, additional global market, e-commerce technology gives a better know-how about the additional market. Now, travel industry, it is not limited to a country or to a city, but it is globally targeting its customers. We target the customers globally, and people can now book their trips to the exotic destinations from anywhere because online bookings are possible. So even sitting at their home or even at their even in their offices, they can make the bookings for their trips. And it also allows, e-commerce also allows to connect to various markets all around the world and provides us feasible services also, provides their clients feasible services also from the very same place where the client is you know, where the client is there. Like you are sitting at your home and you want to get some service provided there, so you can easily get the services via using the internet. Then the last benefit, ease of accessibility. See, the planning and strategy process of business, they are now as easy as reaching out to the market. And travel agents, they can now get to know more about the competitors. They can easily get to know about the competitors and their plans and whatever their business is doing accordingly. So, we have, apart from the bulk of information, it not only gives us information, but it also provides the ease of accessibility to the customers and competitor behavior. We can have easy access to the customers and to the behavior of the competitors. And it makes, very easy for people to connect and to grow together. So these are some of the benefits that are offered by the travel and tourism industry. Now with this, our third unit comes to an end. Let's see some of the questions based on unit 3. What are e-services? Explain their categorization. What are the benefits of e-commerce for travel and tourism industry? That's all, children. With this, we've completed all our units. Hope you'll do good in your exams. All the best. Thank you.